Alright, what's up guys? I decided to do my project on the shadow archetype, and going a little bit in depth into this just to kind of get a general overview of it real quick. Shadow archetype is like a representation of the shortcomings in ourselves. It's like basically the dark side of us, things that we choose not to accept, things that we don't really see as part of us. And the shadow archetype can take many different forms in like our dreams and stuff, and basically just represents our weaknesses, our other half, like in movies and TV shows represents like the evil twin, your counterpart, like your rival, anything. You can present these and push these like shortcomings of us onto like our rivals, our enemies, and everything else. Alright, so one of the more fairly obvious shadow archetypes would be in Jacqueline Hyde. Jacqueline Hyde are the same person, but Hyde comes out when Jackal kind of drinks this like potion. It's all the evil inside him. It's what's trying to come out. It's what he's been denying, but it's still there, and that his most clear representation of shadow archetype is his shortcomings, what he finds to be against who he truly is or he's trying to be. And we all really have this inside of us, but in Jacqueline Hyde it really comes out in like kind of a made up, really distinct kind of way. And in my personal opinion, I think that's one of the most fairly obvious ones. Alright, shadow archetype can also be projected onto others. For example, in The Lord of the Rings, Frodo is going on a journey to get rid of this ring. He has to bring it to the volcano and throw it in, etc., etc. And he meets Gollum on the way. Gollum is the representation of what Frodo will become if he gets into the ring. It kind of brings out the evilness inside of him, and the inner battle he's really fighting against himself. Gets something that he doesn't believe is there, but it's still there, and he's being drawn out by this ring. And it's a really cool battle, back and forth, and it's a really clear representation of how you can project this image of yourself onto other people. And that's really the easiest way to see it, is when you see it in somebody else. And The Lord of the Rings did a really good job on that. Now, the last example of a rival that I could really clearly depict in the movie was in the Star Wars saga. Luke Skywalker is going against Darth Vader, and these two share very similar backstories, very similar characteristics, and they're even bonded by family ties. And it really shows how if Luke gets into the dark side, this is what he will become. It kind of shows the power that he can get if he goes and basically gives into what's inside of him. It's what he's really fighting against in the trilogy, and it shows how Anakin before him fought against it and lost, and it really clearly depicts how he's gonna fight against this inner darkness, and he has to make a decision whether he's gonna join this evil counterpart of his dad, or if he's gonna keep fighting his battle and join the good side. And it's a really hard battle deep inside that he's really facing, and Star Wars did a very excellent way of depicting the two backstories and connecting them. Now, the last comparison I wanted to make, and the one I wanted to go more in depth on, was how the shadow archetype is really a part of our psyche. It's something that we have to go through within ourselves. And in the new game, Batman Arkham Knight, it really shows this very well with Joker and Batman. Now, Joker had died in the previous game, and now Joker, because of some serum stuff and like some virus, is now inside Batman's head. And the Joker is basically trying to convert Batman. It's bringing out his darkness, bringing up his past, bringing up some of his worst flaws that he's tried to like basically gloss over, try to pretend they're not there. And this whole game, he's fighting all this stuff, all this chaos, and at the same time, Joker's in the back of his head trying to push him to make evil decisions, trying to show him the badness in himself, show the wrongings in his way, and trying to bring him over to the dark side. It's really a battle, and he's trying not to become the Joker, his evil counterpart almost. Now, what I found most interesting about this game is someone who used to be a rival is now part of our main character. He's actually an inner battle inside of him, and he's really trying not to become the Joker almost. And it's really, really in-depth, and the Joker keeps popping up in his mind, and he's really having trouble just coming over. He's really seeing all of his flaws and the darkness in him. He's probably the most direct conflict in the game, and it's not even a fight or anything like that. He's really just fighting in his mind. He's trying not to become evil. He's trying to make the right decisions while having somebody bad whisper in his ear. And it's probably one of the most direct fights of the Joker. And even though we thought the Joker's going to be dead, now he's fighting an inner battle, and it's really interesting how they played it out in the game. Now, I really like this game because it shows how the shadow archetype goes from being part of Batman's unconscious mind to being part of his conscious battle. He's really aware of this evilness inside of him now. He's really got to fight it firsthand, and I think after he's all said and done, he's going to become a better person. That's how the shadow archetype works. It's the flaws in ourselves, but once we're able to overcome these flaws, in the end, we're going to be stronger. We're going to be better. We're going to be a better version of ourselves. We're going to be more aware of this. We're going to be able to accept it. We're not going to keep hiding it. We're not going to keep fighting it. We're just going to know it's there. We're going to be able to overcome it, and the goodness in the end is going to win. Now, to sum everything up, I really liked how the shadow archetype is played out in Batman Arkham Knight. It really shows how eventually you're going to have to face this part of yourself that you don't want others to see. Whether you're good and it's the bad inside you, or you're bad and it's the good inside you. It's something that you repress, something that you push away, something that you're fighting to struggle and hide. But eventually it's going to come out and you're going to have to face it. And they did that very well in Arkham Knight, and that's why I chose to go more in depth in that story. And I really liked how it played out.